Hey, good morning, everyone. Uh, it's been a minute since I've been with you, so it's good to be back. Um, Looks like we already have quite a few people joining. So my name's Jason Thomas, and I am one of the meditation teachers here at the Center for Mindful Living, which I think Elisha renamed it to the Mindful Living Community or so Mindful Living Collective. There it is. I'm still stuck in 2015 or whatever when it was the Center for Mindful Living. Anyway, good to be with you all. Let's see, we got Ted checking in from Sweden, Ellie from New York, Susan from Arizona. Good morning, Barbara from New York, Sandy. I didn't get where you're from. And Rich from Boston, Brenda from Delaware, Jasmine from Creston, Eileen from Stamford, Connecticut, and Jeanette from Toronto, Glenn from Georgia. Welcome all. So glad you're here this morning. Sandy from SoCal. Okay, so let's get started today. Let's see. Wanted to share a little something I've been kind of wrestling with lately, and maybe you all can relate to this as well, especially if you have children. But even if you don't have children, you could probably relate to this in another way. So my oldest son is taking tennis lessons, and so anyway, I took him out the other day to play, and just to practice, try and help get better. And I got pretty intense when I was doing that. And that's not the only time that I can get that way with him. It might be helping him with homework. I can do the same thing where I really push him. And anyway, I've been reflecting about what that could be about. And it comes back to my ego. I'm trying to fulfill some need of mine through my children, under the guise of being of service. And I can go through good chunks of the day completely lost in my own needs, and my own need to feed my ego. And it makes me miserable when I do that. Thankfully, I don't always do that, but I can my egos can size up with the best of them. When I show up for others without any agenda, of trying to get something out of it for myself, I tend to feel content and fulfilled. And I was just wondering, if you might all have that experience, and if you kind of reflect for a second, like, what are the times in your life where you feel most fulfilled? And I'd love to just, kind of hear from the group. What are those times where you just feel content, fulfilled? Maybe just kind of read off a few, if you wouldn't mind. What are those times when you really truly feel at peace and happy, fulfilled? Yeah, Gwen says seeing other people happy. Barbara says, when I know that everyone I love is safe and happy. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, and then, and a lot of fulfillment in our lives does come in the relationships that we have with others. Eileen, I feel most content in moments. I feel I'm truly sharing a moment. I'm there for you and you're there for me, pure connection. Yeah, it really is. It's about those relationships. And it's was having this conversation with some friends of mine the other day, and we were talking about like how simple but difficult it can be to just show up with an attitude of how can I help? How can I get out of my ego and into being of service to others? Because oftentimes we're so preoccupied with feeding our ego that it blocks us from being present with others. And as I shared, I think it's the case for a lot of people is that it, makes you miserable, when you're in that state of mind. And so, what is it that gets in the way? Is it, unmet needs from our childhood, that we're trying to fulfill through the giving of others? We're trying to get something out of that. So I'm just curious for you, like what gets in your way I guess what gets in the way of you truly showing up for others, at the times that happens. I'm sure obviously you do show up for others, but in those times when you maybe struggle with that, what are some of the things that come up for you that get in your way? And please just chat. I can read a few of your responses here. Yeah, having an agenda. Alice says having an agenda or plan gets in the way of me truly showing up. So true. Yeah, absolutely. Expectations pave the road to hell. So I think that's how it's said. Yeah. Really takes us out of being flexible and going with the flow. Anyone else have any challenges that come up? Oh yeah, Gwen, that's a big one. Yeah, worrying about what others think. Right. Yeah, that's a big one for me too, Gwen. Is the need to feel validated, to get praise. That's praise is my love language, and when I go into a situation where that's what I'm seeking, boy, that it taints it, in some way. Eileen, yeah, understanding. Janet, yeah, feeling overwhelmed from unexpected triggers. Yeah, it's very hard to be open to others when we're feeling triggered, right? Because you want to close down and protect yourself. And Barbara just shared about a loss that she had of a friend, and Yeah, that's really hard. Yeah. Sometimes just showing up, like you did to your friend's funeral is the best you can do. All right. So thanks everybody for sharing. That was also really good responses, and I appreciated that. That really helped kind of facilitate the conversation here. And so why do we meditate? I mean, there's a number of reasons why we meditate, but one big reason is that meditation can help us see more clearly when the ego begins to push us around. It gives us some insight into the nature of the mind, the grasping, the avoiding, right? That gets us into trouble sometimes. And meditation really does kind of ground us right in the present moment so that we can be present for ourselves and others, which is a huge benefit for everyone. So just in the practice today, there's nothing special or outlandish about the practice, just kind of a more basic practice to help us become more aware of our grasping and avoiding, and becoming a little more present to our inner state so that we can be more present with others. So let's get started with the meditation. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Or you can also lie down if you like, if you're not feeling too sleepy. But if you are seated, just feel upright, not too rigid, but also not too relaxed. You want to support a state of wakefulness and be in a posture that allows breathing to be very easy. And just kind of maybe shift your weight left, right, forward, and back until you find a real comfortable centered posture. And then when you're ready, you can gently close your eyes, or just have a soft gaze on the floor in front of you. And just get a feel for what it's like to be sitting in this posture. And let's take a couple of deep breaths just to help us arrive into this practice. And so just breathing in deeply through the nose, filling the lungs, filling the chest, filling the belly. And at the top of the breath, just hold for a moment. And then slowly release the breath, allowing the body to relax as you let go. And one more breath just like that, breathing in deeply, holding at the top, and then slowly releasing the breath, releasing any tension. And now allowing the breath to just resume its normal, natural pace. Noticing those places where your body makes contact with the surfaces beneath it. Noticing the feet on the floor if you're sitting, legs on the cushion. Maybe feeling the hands in the lap. Feeling the support of the surface beneath you. Just allowing gravity to gently pull you down to the earth, and then feeling the earth rise up to meet you and support you. Feeling the skeleton support the body. And now, just checking in with yourself. Just noticing how you're feeling right now. What emotions are present? What's the state of your mind? Is it settled? Is it frisky? Just no judgment here. We're just noticing right now. Not trying to change anything. And now noticing the breath. Feeling the breath move in and out of the body. Paying particular attention to the physical sensations of breathing. Letting the breath anchor you in the present moment. And settling your attention where you feel the breath the easiest. That might be the inflow and outflow of the nostrils, the rising and falling of the chest, or the rising and falling of the belly. Or perhaps it's the whole body breathing. Settling your attention in one of those places. Staying with each full breath, from the inhale to the transition to the exhale, to the transition back to another inhale. Each breath is a new opportunity to arrive again. Noticing the changing sensations of the breath with each inflow and outflow. Noticing thoughts as they arise and pull you away from the breath. Thoughts about what you need, what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like. Just noticing that, labeling it, thinking, grasping, avoiding, whatever label serves you, and then returning to the anchor of the breath. And now opening the attention to include sounds. Just listening to and feeling the moment. Being present with sounds as they are. Without adding judgment or commentary. And noticing when thoughts and opinions, judgments come up around sounds, your practice. Just noticing that, labeling that, and returning to listening to sounds. Relinquishing control. You have no control over the sounds that arise in your environment right now. Just being with them. And now opening the attention even wider to do a short open awareness practice. So this is where the attention is wide and open like the sky, and notices whatever object of attention floats through awareness. So perhaps it's a sound, a thought, an emotion, a physical sensation. Whatever it is, just allow it to float through your open awareness without clinging to it, just observing, letting it pass, and opening back up to the new object of attention that may move through. And if you find yourself getting lost in a particularly compelling thought or emotion, just re-anchor yourself into your breath. And then when you feel ready, open back up to your open awareness practice. Open awareness allows us to cut through the illusion of the ego. Gets us in touch with a sense of the nature of reality. And now I'm just taking a deep breath, re-anchoring your attention on the breath. Feeling again that inflow and outflow of the breath. And now letting the attention just wander, go wherever it wants right now. Just relaxing. And we'll close with a brief loving kindness practice. So if you would like, you can place a hand over your heart or some other physical gesture of kindness and love. And repeating these phrases or whatever phrases are most helpful to you in this moment. We'll first start with sending loving kindness wishes to ourselves. So may I be happy, truly, deeply happy. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and strong. May I be peaceful and live with ease. And now sending out loving kindness to the world, to the people in this group right now, to our families, our friends, all beings everywhere. May you be happy, truly deeply happy. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. May you be peaceful and live with ease. And may our practice today be of benefit to others. So now just taking a few relaxing, nourishing breaths. And when you're ready, just moving a little bit, letting the light creep back into your eyes. Whenever you're ready, opening your eyes and just taking in the room around you. All right, well, thank you all for practicing today. I'm curious, did anyone have any insights during our practice today? And if you feel comfortable sharing maybe some of your insights, I know I would appreciate it, and I'm sure the group would appreciate it as well. Oh, you're welcome, Sandy. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Barbara. Thank you for being here. And that's really nice. This is a place where we can get support from each other. Oh, you're all so welcome. I'm really happy you were here. Eileen says that she's been aware of wanting to break down barriers to have more ease in her relationships. Yeah, boy, we do get a lot of barriers, you're right. Especially when that ego gets involved. Yeah, and it's not that we do it maliciously or even intentionally. It just happens. It's how we're conditioned. It's how we're built in some ways. And so, it does take an effort to really, truly be present with others. Thank you, Eileen. See, I didn't come here for the praise, but I'll take it. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I'm going to log off now. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday, or if you're checking in, later in the week on a replay. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And we are back live every Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific. Wherever you are, you can check in. Okay, take care. Be well. I'll see you again next time.